Have you ever woken up in the morning, opened your eyes, and noticed that the world just looks a little less sharp than it used to? Maybe reading the label on a bottle has become a two-handed job, holding it closer, then further away, hoping it clicks into focus. Or perhaps the glare from headlights at night has started to feel overwhelming in a way it never did before. If any of that sounds familiar, I want you to know something important before we go any further. What you are experiencing is not simply the unavoidable price of getting older. It is a signal. And today, we are going to talk about what that signal means, why it happens, and what you can do about it starting tomorrow morning with ingredients that cost less than $1 a day. We are going to go through 6 seeds, ranked from least to most effective, for supporting eye health as you age. By the end of this video, you will have a clear, practical daily protocol you can actually use. But first, we need to understand what is happening inside your eyes, and why the common advice most people follow simply is not enough. Here is what most people do not realize. The eye lens is not a passive structure. It is a living tissue that depends on a continuous supply of antioxidant activity to stay clear, flexible, and functional. When you are young, your body produces enough internal antioxidants to keep oxidative damage under control. But somewhere around your mid-50s, that internal production begins to slow down significantly. When antioxidant levels drop, something called oxidative stress begins to take over. Think of it like rust forming on metal. It is invisible at first, spreading slowly and silently. Inside the eye, this process triggers a chain reaction that damages the fats and proteins that make up the lens. Over time, those proteins begin to clump together. The lens that was once crystal clear starts to take on a hazy, yellowed quality. Flexibility decreases. Focus becomes harder. Light scatters instead of passing through cleanly. Beyond the lens itself, oxygen delivery to the cells within the eye also diminishes with age. Without adequate oxygen, cellular repair slows. The eye loses its ability to recover from daily damage. The cloudiness deepens. The blur becomes the new normal. And most people simply accept it, because they were told this is just what aging looks like. But the science tells a more nuanced story. The research increasingly points to nutrition, specifically the presence or absence of certain key compounds, as a major driver of how quickly this deterioration happens and whether it can be slowed. Now let us talk about the advice most people are already following, because chances are it is not working as well as you hoped. Sunglasses are genuinely useful for protecting your eyes from ultraviolet radiation. Wearing them consistently is smart. But UV protection addresses only one external source of damage. It does nothing for the oxidative chain reactions already happening inside the lens every single day. Carrots and lutein are frequently recommended, and they are not wrong choices. Lutein and zeaxanthin are important pigments that filter harmful blue light and protect the macula. Including them in your diet makes sense. However, they target one specific pathway. The broader picture of lens health, the antioxidant balance, the fatty acid composition of retinal tissue, the integrity of the tear film, requires a wider range of nutritional support. Standard multivitamins present a similar limitation. Most contain nutrients in forms or dosages that are simply too low to make a meaningful difference at the tissue level. Taking a multivitamin is better than nothing, but it is a starting point, not a solution. The piece that tends to be missing from these recommendations is supporting the body's own internal repair capacity. Not just supplementing from the outside, but giving the body what it needs to protect and maintain itself from within. That is where these seeds come in. Before we rank the seeds, you need to understand 2 principles that will determine whether any of this actually works for you. The first is bioavailability. Several of these seeds contain nutrients that are blocked from absorption unless you prepare them correctly. Many seeds contain phytic acid, a naturally occurring compound that binds to minerals like zinc and prevents them from being absorbed properly. Simple preparation methods, soaking, roasting, or grinding, can dramatically improve how much nutritional value your body actually extracts. The second principle is fat solubility. Vitamin E, DHA, and several other key compounds found in these seeds are fat soluble, meaning they require the presence of dietary fat to be absorbed at all. Eating these seeds without an adequate fat source means you could be losing a significant portion of their nutritional benefit before it ever reaches your bloodstream. Keep both of these principles in mind as we go through the rankings. Coming in at number 6 is what I call the overlooked pantry seed. You likely already have it in your kitchen. It is small, pale, and easy to sprinkle on almost anything, and it has been used in traditional diets for centuries. It is rich in zinc, copper, and vitamin E, all nutrients that play a role in antioxidant protection within the eye lens. However, this seed has a meaningful drawback. Its phytic acid content is high, and without addressing that, a significant portion of its zinc content will pass through your body unused. The fix is simple. Dry roast the seeds for about 3 minutes over medium heat before consuming them. This step alone can substantially improve mineral absorption. Even with proper preparation, this seed is best understood as a foundation rather than a solution. It helps maintain your current antioxidant baseline. It is not going to reverse existing damage on its own. Think of it as the starting layer of a larger strategy, useful, inexpensive, and safe, but limited when used in isolation. Number 5 is a seed you have almost certainly heard recommended for eye health before. It is a favorite in the wellness community, frequently cited for its lutein and zeaxanthin content. It is also high in zinc, which supports the antioxidant enzymes your lens relies on. This is the popular garden seed that almost everyone recommends, and the recommendation is not wrong. It just needs an upgrade in how you prepare it. The same phytic acid problem applies here. To unlock the nutritional potential of this seed, soak it overnight in water with a squeeze of fresh citrus juice. The citric acid works to break down phytic acid, and the vitamin C from the citrus simultaneously helps boost zinc absorption. After soaking, spread the seeds out and allow them to dry before consuming. This seed is particularly supportive of macular health, the central area of your retina responsible for sharp, detailed vision. Benefits tend to be gradual and require consistent daily consumption over several weeks to become noticeable. It is not a fast-acting option, but it earns its place in a well-rounded eye health routine. Number 4 is the seed that almost nobody talks about, and that is a real shame because it is one of the most practical and fast-acting options on this entire list. It requires no soaking, no grinding, no roasting. You simply add 2 tablespoons to your meal and you are done. What makes this seed exceptional is its fatty acid profile. It contains omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids in a ratio that is close to ideal for reducing inflammation in the body, including inflammatory processes within the eye. Chronic low-grade inflammation is a significant contributor to dry eye discomfort, and this seed addresses that pathway directly. It also contains all of the essential amino acids your body needs for protein maintenance, including the proteins within the eye lens. Users of this seed frequently report a noticeable reduction in eye dryness and irritation within 10 to 14 days of consistent use. One caution worth noting: if you are on blood-thinning medication, speak with your doctor before adding this seed to your daily routine, as omega fatty acids can interact with those medications. For everyone else, this is an effortless addition with genuinely meaningful results. Number 3 is highly effective, but demands something from you. It requires daily preparation, and if you skip the preparation, you will get almost none of the benefit. This is the seed that only works if you do the work. It is rich in alpha-linolenic acid, which your body converts into DHA, a fatty acid that makes up a substantial portion of the structural fat in your retinal tissue. Healthy DHA levels are associated with better tear film stability, reduced dry eye, and improved resilience of the retinal cells themselves. Here's the critical point. This seed must be ground before you eat it. The outer shell is resistant to digestion, and whole seeds will largely pass through your system without releasing their nutritional content. Grind them fresh each morning using a small coffee or spice grinder. Then consume the ground seed with a fat source to maximize absorption. A teaspoon of coconut oil works well. The payoff is significant. Tear film stability can improve relatively quickly with consistent use, bringing relief to chronically dry and uncomfortable eyes. Structural benefits to the retina take longer. Think in terms of months rather than weeks. But the foundation you build is solid and lasting. Number 2. Holds the title for the strongest omega-3 punch of any seed on this list. Weight for weight, it contains more alpha-linolenic acid than any other commonly available seed. The difference between this seed and the previous one is largely a matter of concentration. This one delivers more of the active compound per serving. To get the most from it, grind it fresh each morning. Pre-ground versions are widely available and convenient, but they oxidize quickly once exposed to air. Oxidized fats are not just less beneficial, they can actively work against you. A small dedicated grinder and a bag of whole seeds will serve you far better. Pair the freshly ground seed with avocado. The monounsaturated fats in avocado significantly increase the bioavailability of the omega-3 compounds, helping more of what you consume actually reach your eye tissue. People who use this seed consistently report improvements in tear production, reduced sensitivity to glare, and better visual comfort in low-light conditions. It requires daily commitment and a bit of preparation, but the results are among the strongest of any single dietary intervention for eye health. And now, number 1. The cornerstone seed. The one that, if you build your morning around nothing else on this list, will still move the needle more than anything else you can do nutritionally for your eyes. This seed has the highest vitamin E concentration of any commonly available seed. Vitamin E is what researchers call a chain-breaking antioxidant. When the oxidative damage cycle begins inside the lens, that invisible daily process of protein degradation, vitamin E steps in and interrupts the chain reaction before it can spread further. It does not just neutralize one free radical, it stops the cascade. Vitamin E is fat-soluble, so it must be consumed alongside a fat source. Avocado is ideal here. The oleic acid in avocado is particularly effective at carrying fat-soluble nutrients across the intestinal wall and into your bloodstream. Add fresh lemon juice to the combination, and something remarkable happens. The vitamin C in the lemon does not just add its own antioxidant benefit. It actually regenerates used vitamin E molecules, giving them a second life and extending the window of protective activity in your body. The protocol is straightforward. 1 ounce of raw, unsalted seeds, 1/4 of a ripe avocado, the juice of half a lemon. Eat them together every morning. That is it. The total cost per serving is under $1. Clinical research on vitamin E and eye health has shown meaningful associations with reduced risk of cataract progression and improved lens clarity measurements over time. These are not dramatic overnight changes. They are the result of consistent daily nutritional support, compounding over weeks and months. Use raw seeds only. No added oils, no salt, no flavoring. The seed should be single ingredient and as close to its natural state as possible. Here is how to put it all together into a daily routine you can actually sustain. Every morning, start with the foundation. 1 ounce of raw seeds, 1/4 avocado, and the juice of half a lemon. Consume them together. Do not separate them. The combination is what makes the protocol work. For additional support, choose one of the following and add it to your morning as well. 2 tablespoons of the no prep seed or 2 tablespoons of your freshly ground option with a small amount of fat. Pick one and stay consistent with it. 3 to 4 times per week, add freshly ground flax with avocado to boost your omega-3 intake further. Avoid consuming seeds in the evening. Morning is optimal. Also avoid coffee or tea within 2 hours of your seed intake. Tannins in both beverages interfere with mineral absorption in ways that will undermine your results. Set your expectations honestly. Within the first week, you may notice that your eyes feel less irritated in the morning. Dryness and discomfort tend to respond relatively quickly to improved fatty acid intake. Over the following weeks, screen fatigue may begin to ease. Reading in lower light may feel slightly less effortful. Structural changes, the kind that your eye doctor might notice during an examination, take longer. Give yourself 60 to 90 days of consistent daily use before drawing conclusions about deeper progress. This protocol works alongside your existing eye care. It is not a replacement for your optometrist or ophthalmologist. If you have a diagnosed eye condition, continue your prescribed treatment and speak with your doctor about any dietary changes you plan to make. Here's the challenge I want to leave you with. Start tomorrow morning. Make the foundation protocol your first meal. Rate your eye comfort on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, before you begin. Write it down somewhere. Come back to that number at day 30 and compare. Your eyes have been working without pause for your entire life. They deserve consistent, targeted nutritional support. The science behind these seeds is real, the cost is minimal, and the only thing standing between you and starting is tomorrow morning. Begin there. Before you go, I have a quick favor to ask, and it will only take you 3 seconds. If anything in this video gave you a new perspective on your eye health, or if you learned something you are genuinely going to try, please hit the like button right now. It sounds like a small thing, but it tells us that this kind of content is worth making more of, and it helps other people who need this information find it. Now, think about someone in your life, a parent, a sibling, a close friend who has been complaining about their vision lately, struggling with dry eyes, or squinting at their phone more than they used to. Share this video with them today, not tomorrow. Today. You could genuinely be handing them something useful that changes how they take care of themselves. That is worth 30 seconds of your time. And if you are not subscribed yet, please do that right now as well. We publish new content regularly on natural approaches to aging well, covering everything from nutrition and inflammation to sleep, joints, and brain health. Every video is built on real science, delivered in plain language, with practical steps you can actually apply. No fluff, no filler. Hit the subscribe button and make sure you tap the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. We are genuinely glad you are here. Taking the time to learn about your health at this level is not something everyone does, and it matters. We will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.